Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to Mods of the Week for Jurassic World Evolution 2. In this week, we're going to check out 3 brand new mods. It's worth noting that the mod tools still haven't, completely updated and stuff like that. At the moment, we're looking at things like texture changes and stat changes and general file changes as opposed to brand new models and new species, and that's why we're not highlighting any new species at this point in time. Hopefully that's something that's coming down the line, but this kind of thing takes a lot of work, and I know that the last update kind of broke modding in that respect. So until that's all shipshape, this is what we've got, and there is some pretty cool stuff regardless. I have a killer migraine, so today's going to be relatively short. Asmodeus isn't here, he's off getting me painkillers because he's a lovely chap who wants to eat my face, and if I'm, crying from a migraine, he can't eat my face. He feels awkward about it. It's too salty. Right, so let's get started. We're going to look at 2 mods actually via this this first dino release. Actually, well, I say dinosaur. But I want to show you something first that's relevant. If we go to audio, I'm going to go to voice volume. Now, I always set this down at a really low percentage because I don't want the voiceovers when you release a dinosaur for the first time to come on and get in the way of the video. But I'm going to set voice volume to 100, and we're going to release some Dimetrodon. Now, I have never released a Dimetrodon before. Let's talk about that first of all as you look at this beautiful Dimetrodon. The Dimetrodon is made by Yosper, we'll talk about that in a second. But the first mod is Oh My God, or OMG technically, Shut Up, in all capitals, by Kyodedic. OMG Shut Up is a config file that you put in your oval data file, in your other data folder, and basically lets you turn off various messages that the game would send. So at the moment I've got mine set to turn off the conversations that your people have when you release a dinosaur for the first time. If you want to avoid that completely, you saw there wasn't even a pop-up on the top right. Usually that would still be there even if it's on mute. It didn't show up at all. You can also turn off the red icons at the top of the screen, pop-ups in general. You can turn off incident reports. If a dinosaur's injured, if you don't want to know about that, you can turn that off as well. It basically lets you shut down loads of extra information about the game in a completely customizable format so you can focus on what you want to focus on. So if you kind of want to shut some things up and just enjoy your park, it's a pretty cool little mod, and you can easily turn it all off or turn it all back on if need be. As per usual, these will all be linked down below. Now, let's talk about the Dimetrodon. So this is, as I say, by Yosper, and this is the Kenner Dimetrodon. So for those who don't know, when Jurassic Park, the original film, came out, we didn't have Mattel like we do these days, or who did the Jurassic World toys that were rubbish? Was it Hasbro? I can't remember. But back in the day, we had Kenner, and we had the whole Kenner line, and you'll often see mods that talk about the Kenner T-Rex and the Kenner Dimetrodon, the Kenner Raptor, blah, blah, blah. And this mod basically remodels, or retextures, I should say. I say we can't remodel quite yet. Retextures the Dimetrodon to look like the Dimetrodon from the Kenner toy, and it's a really good job. I've got the Kenner toy up on my other screen. I'll tell you what, I'll bring it up now so you can do a direct comparison. It's got that sort of darker green there at the top of the body, fading down into the lighter green. Of course, it's, a more realistic interpretation of it, but it's got the basic, ombre effect going on there. And then really it's the sail, though, where it really comes together. That sort of dark green, and then these splotches of rings of this swampy sort of yellow colour all along the sail. It actually does look like the Kenner toy come to life. And as someone who had the Kenner toy from 1993, it's actually quite cool. It's honestly quite a nice little moment. It's the same with the Kenner T-Rex that a lot of people keep making. So, last mod to check out. I say it's a fairly chill day. I need to go cry in a corner, and also, at the end of the day, we don't have proper big modding at the moment, so people are just doing what they can. Let's check out this Therizinosaurus. This is the blind Therizinosaurus by Mecha, taking an already terrifying looking dinosaur and making it even more terrifying. This is, I haven't hung out with it recently, as you do. This is still my favourite dinosaur in the game, I think. Yeah, so basically, if you've seen Jurassic World Dominion, I don't think this really counts as a spoiler, but the Therizinosaurus in Jurassic World Dominion is blind. And this brings that same kind of thing into Jurassic World Evolution 2 by sort of giving it cataracts over the eyes, making the eyes nice and milky, as you can see, which is what we want from our eyes. lovely, lovely milkiness, and it kind of gives it a very much a horror film vibe, much as it has in the film. I mean, it's already got that via the black feathers and the red peeking through and those huge claws, which Mecha said he wants to do a broken claw version, again inspired by Dominion. The bizarre body shape, the terrifying cries, the head shape, all of that. And just adding the eyes, because they look like zombie eyes to me, they always kind of do. Just brings it to the next level. I think it's a really cool little mod, and definitely one worth having in your park. If you're going to do like a Dominion-themed park or a Dominion-inspired exhibit, this seems like a really obvious, really obvious thing to include to me. So, that is actually all I have to show you. Two lovely little texture mods, and then OMG Shut Up, which I will now be using for the rest of the time for these showcase videos, because it is perfect for showcasing mods and stuff like that. Or if you wanted to do like an immersive video, it'd be really good for that as well. If any of you are making, you know, people who make documentaries and stuff like that, it's great for that kind of thing as well. Shout out to Cowdenic, Yosuba, and Mecha. Not expecting the world with these mods at the moment, but people have been creative and still coming out with really cool things, and excited to see what, you know, happens in the future. The game will live on for many, many years, thanks to the creativity of its community. And also, you know, I expect plenty more DLC. I'm kind of just trying to cram this video out to 8 minutes mark, but I don't really have an excuse to keep going, so I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very, very soon. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.